Hey everyone, it's Nancy. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving and are enjoying the time with your families. I wanted to do a tutorial for you on this background. Let me see if I can zoom this for you. It's using a vintage dictionary paper. I'm going to show you this one. This is one that isn't covered yet, isn't decorated, so maybe you can see it a little better. Okay. What you need for this is a plain shipping tag, just a blank regular shipping tag, whichever size you have. You'll just have to cut your dictionary paper to fit it. And then I use a vintage dictionary, and I think this is from like 57, around in there. So just make sure that you cut it to fit your tag, or to be a little larger than your tag. And then what I use is the Claudine Helmuth Studio Multi-Medium in the matte finish. I'm sure you can use any other multi-medium, but this is the one that I have, and this is the one I've always used, and it's the one I learned this technique with. So let's get started real quick. I didn't clean my brush from the last run, so it's still got multi-medium in it. Okay. So what you're going to do is just take your multi-medium and you're going to paint it onto the surface of your tag. You have to make sure that the entire surface is covered. It doesn't have to be real thick. Just make sure it has a pretty decent layer so that your dictionary paper will adhere really well. So I'm just going to finish painting this on real quick. Oh, dropped it. This is a pretty quick way to cover your tags. You could probably do it with any paper, but I haven't ever tried. So just completely cover your tag, and then you're going to take your dictionary page and lay it on top of your tag and press it down real well. Make sure that the entire surface of your tag is covered. And then what I normally do is just brayer over it, just to make sure it's all stuck down. And I'll do both sides just to make sure. Okay. After that's done, you can either heat it with your heat tool to dry the multi-medium under there, or you can let it air dry. It normally dries pretty fast, so it wouldn't be a big deal just to wait on it. But again, it's up to you what you have time for and what you want to do. I'll clean this multi-medium off of here real quick. Okay. And I have one that's already ready, just to save some time. Okay, so here's the dry tag with the paper on it, and what I'm going to do is just take my scissors and just trim this up. It doesn't have to be perfect, because you're going to be distressing your edges anyway. So just trim pretty close to the tag and trim off that extra dictionary paper. This one's kind of tight. There we go. Okay. Move these out of the way. Okay, so now I have my tag, and the next thing I want to do is go ahead and just punch the hole on the back through the circle. Okay. Now, you're going to use a painter's tape or a masking tape to pull off the layers of the paper. Now, you don't want to rip the paper, you don't want to tear it completely off, you just want to kind of take it off just in layers. So this is my tag before I start taking the layers off. And what I'm going to do is just take some of the masking tape and lay it across the tag. Let's zoom back out a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to use just a scraper tool to just brayer that down pretty good. Okay, now what you're going to do is slowly peel off the tape. Now, I don't take mine straight up, I kind of take it at an angle, because to me it works better that way. This takes a few times to get it going, but once the paper starts breaking down and pulling off, it goes a lot faster. So again, I'm just going to push that down, and then I'm going to peel off. You can see how you can see the letters coming off on the tape, which is actually one layer of the paper. I'm just going to keep repeating this. You can see on this one all the layers on the tape and where it came off from there. So now I'm going to go in a different direction. And you want to just put your tape in different areas to remove the words. You really just want an outline of the words and the letters. I mean, agriculture and day and brightness, and you know, there could be some other words on here depending what type page you use. But just continue to remove in the areas where you want to take it off. This is a technique that I learned from the oh so wonderful Tim Holtz. I think that he did it in one of his years of the 12 tags, which starts in a few days. I'm so ready. I love it. But keep working those letters off. This one says half man, half fish. Yeah, let's take that off. So again, see how much faster it starts to come off as the paper breaks down. I'm going to do across here. Okay, so now that I have my tag pulled about as much as I want it to be, I'm going to use some Distress inks to ink the tag. That's how on this one, the different colors. Now, where the paper is pulled off in the layers, it will actually take the ink darker than the areas that still have the full paper. So just keep that in mind when you're inking your tag. But I'm going to use Fired Brick Distress ink as my first color. And I'm just going to ink my tag just really quickly. Okay. Then the next color I'm going to use is the Peeled Paint Distress ink. So we'll do red and green. It's a Christmas tag, so red and green. I'm just going to add some green onto my tag. I'm going to go in with a little more red. Okay, I think that's good. Got some multi-medium on my tag, on my mat still, so let me just take that off real quick. I'm going to remove this Distress ink. From my mat. Okay, so now I have my tag covered with the dictionary paper, and I've pulled the layers off and I've inked it. So now I'm going to distress my edges real quick. So sorry about the noise. Let me use my Distress It All real quick. Sorry about all that noise. That's one thing about the Distress It All, is that it's just really so loud. I'm going to tear this a little bit more with my Tim Holtz Distressing tool to get these little sections right here, and just rough it up a little more. Okay, now I'm going to take the Vintage Photo Distress ink, and I'm going to ink these edges real quick. Good. Tag's still coming apart. Okay, so at this point I have my tag that has been covered, and it's been distressed along the edges and all inked up and ready to have its decoration done. This Santa I found online. I love this Santa. It's brown, like sepia tones, vintage looking Santa. And it's the same one that I used on this original tag. So I have the flower that I used on this, on the original tag, which are like these, that I'm going to show you how to make in my next video. So be looking for that one. And I really hope that you try this technique and that you like it. Thanks for watching. Bye.